had a thing with Gary last week. He, I've told him for years, never. When Gary opens my mail, we have a routine. You've heard this. You've heard me have this rap on the air and off the air with Gary. What's my routine with Gary when we open the mail? That he shouldn't give me anything that's an original. Like, I don't want to handle the mail.
Right. Copies of everything.
Copies of everything. So I got the mail last week. I had to write Gary a note and I go, Gary, how many times are we going to go over this? I open up my mail. It's an original letter from Jeff the Drunk, like a card. Like, I don't even know why Gary gave this to me. Like Xerox it, or not Xerox, copy it.
Yeah.
And then give it. And then he included a Mad magazine. Some lady found an old Mad magazine in her house, like 30-year-old Mad magazine. And Gary just stuck it in my mail. And I have like the OCD issues and germs and everything. And I've always said to him, just stick everything in, with Tracy, and I'll take and just write it on a list. And if I want it, he goes, well, Bull. He said, well, Bull, I thought you'd want an old Mad magazine and bring back a lot of happy memories for you. I go, no, I got so skeeved. I opened it in front of Beth. I go, ugh, look at this old fucking magazine. How many fucking people touch this thing? It's like getting.
Where has it been?
It's like you don't want to touch money because it's 50,000 people have touched it. I don't know how many times you're going to have this discussion.
Well, first of all, you and I have never had this discussion.
Hold on, Gary, why do you copy all the mail?
I don't touch the mail. I open the mail.
I've had it with you.
Hold on. I open the mail. You've never had this conversation with
Robin.
Howard.
You've
Don't ask Robin. Robin doesn't even know. Robin would have said yes if you said.
You've never heard. Wait, I'm going to ask Robin the truth.
Come on. Back in the days of K-Rock.
Listen to me.
Why do you copy all the mail?
I don't copy any of the mail.
Who does?
Will.
Yes, but I've talked to you and then you assigned it to Will.
No, but somebody's been, before Will, there was John. I have never copied the mail. Somebody's been copying the mail for years. And Tracy has those
because
conversations.
of my conversation with you.
We don't have those conversations. You may have them with Tracy.
You and I have had this system for years. You used to open my mail.
You know what? This has been talked about on the air. You can find tape of it.
So let's go to the next
Gary, we've discussed this a million times on the air.
So Will was supposed to copy it.
I can't believe you're acting like. Wait a second. I can't believe you're lying and saying you've never heard this conversation.
I don't remember you saying that you don't want originals of. Like, I don't know what it is you do and don't want originals of.
I don't want any originals, period. I want you to copy everything.
So if Jimmy Kimmel sends you a letter, you want the copy, not the original.
No, I want the original.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what gets confusing.
I've had this discussion with you.
So Marianne from Brooklyn, okay for the original.
No!
Why is Marianne the same as Jimmy Kimmel?
Jimmy Kimmel's the same as Marianne
I was
from
comparing
Brooklyn?
because I've given you. See, here's
Gary,
the deal.
I know, and I have the discussion.
If you ask me a question,
I have the discussion with you every fucking
you
time.
have to fucking let me answer the question.
I can't believe you're lying and saying you don't know
You
this.
have to let me answer the question. If you ask me one, I'm going to answer it.
No, you filibuster.
No, I'm not filibustering. I'm responding to what you said.
But you lie.
I'm not. Well, okay, then I lie.
You're saying that the whole premise is ridiculous.
I'm not going to talk.
You've never had this discussion with me before?
I'm not going to talk to you if you're not going to listen.
But I'm not going to talk to you if you don't listen to me.
Then I'm not going to listen to you, and you're not going to listen to me.
So that's why you don't know what to do. I'm telling you what to do. No, I know what to do.
I'm just saying that to piss you off. Look how mad you get.
No, but I'm me.
No, I'm just going to say stupid shit because you're going to say stupid shit.
I'm not saying anything stupid. I'm telling you the way it's done and the way it's always been done.
If you're not going to let me talk, I have never had anything to do with copying the mail ever.
It doesn't matter who you physically assign it to. You're the guy I talk to. We've done this for years. You used to open my mail.
I still open your mail.
You just said you don't.
I open your mail and I put notes on it, but I have nothing to do with the copying of it, nor have I ever had anything to do with the copying of it.
But you should, because you're the guy I've spoken to. I said, Gary, I've had this discussion with you a million times. Don't give me any originals. All you got to do is copy something. And yeah, okay, if my high school teacher sends me something, I want that copied. If Marianne from Brooklyn sends me something like that, Jeff the Drunk, God knows what the fuck Jeff the Drunk's putting on that card and what he's done. He could have wiped his ass with it, as far as I know. Why would you put Jeff the Drunk's card in my mail?
I didn't. I assumed that Will did it, and I'm mistaken. I assume I put the card there. In other words, somebody's got to have the original.
But Will knows the system.
I guess he doesn't, and that's what he said. He said there was. I don't tell him what to copy, what not to copy.
Copy everything.
But I'm saying,
I've told you that a million times.
I'm trying to explain to you. I give the mail to Will.
I heard that, but I talked to you about it, not Will. How many? Should I now have a separate meeting with Will and not you? Are you the producer?
Well, I've never.
You're my guy. In other words,
never
you're
copied
my
the mail from the day. In fact, I used to give you mail, and
I don't care if you're the guy who copies it. You're the guy talking to the guy who copies it.
And it's funny, like you have different weird levels because you won't touch the Mad magazine, but you'll shove your fingers in that fake vagina last week, which to me is way more disgusting than touching the Mad magazine.
It was a brand new one. It was opened up.
Says who?
I saw her open the thing up. I saw her open it up.
You saw her unwrap it out of plastic?
Yeah.
I didn't see that. Did you see her unwrap it out of plastic? I saw her open a case.
Gary.
I'm just saying.
That's up to me.
I got it.
If I want to stick my hands in a plastic vagina, I'll do it. Okay.
No, I understand. I'm just saying.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm saying there's different. Nobody knows.
I'm telling you for the 50th time, because literally we've had this conversation 50 times, but you don't even recall.
I don't recall it.
Copy everything.
Okay.
Don't give me the original. If somebody like Jimmy Kimmel sends me a gift or something, I don't want you to just throw that back into Tracy's office.
No, but
can you tell the difference between Jimmy Kimmel and Marianne from Brooklyn?
Now I have a question for you. This is a serious question.
If Billy Joel sent me something personal.
I got a question for you. Fucking question.
Yeah, let's hear it. You don't listen.
You got to listen.
No,
there you go.
There's nothing for me to listen to.
I have a question for you.
I'm telling you the way it is.
If you don't want to answer a question, I can't move forward.
You won't allow me to finish giving it to you.
No, I heard you. Now you just want to yell at me.
What did you hear? Because you said you still can't figure it out.
No originals go home with you.
Right. How many times, Robin, have I told him that?
51, because it was 50 just a minute ago. See, I can do that. So here's a question. The mail comes. Now, understand the difference between packages and the mail. Tracy opens up every package that comes.
Yeah.
And she logs in what's in it.
That's right.
But the mail, like letters or envelopes, she does not open that. I actually physically open the mail.
Okay.
So if I get a Mad magazine, and I think you might want it, but it has not been logged in by Tracy, should I give it to Tracy?
You're right.
I'd say now log it in?
You write a note to me, says, Howard, you received yes, you give it to Tracy, she logs it in, and you might even put a note in my mail that says, Howard, I received an old Mad magazine. Thought you might want to know that.
Because she wouldn't have seen that.
What?
Because she wouldn't have seen that.
Who wouldn't have seen
Tracy wouldn't know a Mad magazine came in.
So then give it to Tracy.
I'm explaining.
Gary, this is so simple, I can't even begin to tell you.
Well, it's simple to you.
I don't want it. Here.
I'm stupid.
Right. So let's make it easy for you.
Please do.
Because there isn't a person in the audience that can't figure this out.
Yeah, figuring you out is easy.
No, it's so easy. I don't want to touch anything original. I don't want a 30-year-old Mad magazine that's been laying in some fucking guy's house. I don't want it in my house. I took it. I had to throw it down a garbage chute. I don't want it in my house. I don't want to thumb through it. I don't know where the fuck this Mad magazine's been. You don't even know that some guy didn't fucking do something weird to it. You don't know. So what I want you to do, now you're going to have it again. This is I'm telling you, we've had this conversation before. I don't care if it's Will who does it, but I'm telling you, and you can tell whoever.
So now,
let's say Will leaves tomorrow, and a new guy takes over his job.
What if Will does it but doesn't listen correctly? So now I'm telling.
Then fire him.
Okay.
Then get rid of him. If he can't do a simple job, then you shouldn't be hiring Will and paying him money.
I'm not. You're paying him.
No. I'm not paying him. Actually, Sirius is paying him, and you're his boss, and you're there to supervise. And if you see that this guy's so stupid that he can't do it right, then get rid of him. That's your job. That's your thing.
Got it.
I don't care if you fire Will.
You don't?
No. If you tell me Will can't... I like Will because you tell me he does a good job.
It's a great job.
If you tell me he's doing a shitty job, I don't like Will anymore. That's how it goes. I don't know what Will does.
You should know what he does.
No, he...
No.
I don't know. I don't know. I shouldn't know what Will's doing. On a day-to-day basis, he's reporting to you. I know. I see Will in meetings. He's very efficient. I like him every day. He comes in. I like Will. But if you tell me Will can't do his job, if that's what you're telling me,
I'm not
then you have a responsibility to this organization to fire him.
Yeah, he's doing his job perfectly fine.
Okay, so you're the problem. Yes. You're not conveying to Will what should be done.
Am I fired?
You really should be at this point, but okay, let's not go there. It's the holidays and you have a family, all right? And I don't think that's going to do it. I know you I'm going to produce when you leave, go to Regis. Regis got a producer.
I didn't say I was going to produce Regis.
All right.
You said that.
You're busy with meetings with producers.
Yeah, because it would be... the funny thing about you is you talked about how we had the guy from the Giants in here and how smart it was that he went around to talk to everybody to get ready for his next career. But when I do it, it's stupid.
I don't think it's stupid.
You just said it's stupid.
No.
You said I'm wasting my time.
No. You're wasting your time thinking you're going to be producing Regis' show. It's not going to happen.
I didn't say I was going to produce Regis'
What show are you going to produce?
The show may not even exist yet.
All right. That's what I think.
Maybe it'll be somebody who's looking for a producer.
All right. Okay. Listen, here's what I mean. All I know is, I'm going to explain this again.
I heard you the first time.
All right, here's how the mail goes.
See, this is where it gets weird, because I heard you. I can do it for you.
Tell me what you're going to do.
Here's how it goes. When the mail comes, I don't want any originals of anything. I don't want to talk any skeevy. I don't want to touch any skeevy Jeff the Drunk letters or any Mad magazine. So I got it.
Right. Just make I want to see Jeff the Drunk. If you think it's important that I see Jeff the Drunk's card, then just copy
I got to tell you, I don't even think it's important that you see it.
Right.
I just think that you want to know. I don't know. I think you want to be in the loop of that stuff. I don't. Between you and I don't think you need to see Jeff's card. But then I thought you might go. You might say, Okay, Jeff calls says sent you a card. You go, Gary, I never saw that.
Well, then Xerox it. I mean, copy it. Xeroxing is dating me. I don't. There's no more Xerox. Copy it. You put it through the copy machine, and that's it. And you're done. Mad Magazine. Howard, the Mad Magazine came in. I don't know if you want. I'll get in touch with you about it.
Okay.
I don't want to open up my mail and find surprises. It's disgusting. God knows what people are sending me. It really is gross. You should have seen this magazine. Robin, it looked like somebody vomited on it.
Really?
It really
Yeah,
did. It's
I wish
it was
I had
old and yellowed, but it wasn't. It wasn't
Why would I
stained in any
want
way,
that?
Robin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It was not stained. It was just old.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
In pristine condition? In plastic?
no.
It was like it was old.
The cover was already off.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't attached to the thing.
It was just loose?
Robin, it was a magazine
Gary,
that was 30 or 40
What are
years
you
old.
going to? All right, Gary, when you're the boss, you'll
listen,
decide what you want.
You can do whatever you want.
You know,
I'm just trying to tell the truth about what you got.
I don't want to touch my mail. I don't.
I understand.
Grosses me out.
This is the man who is cured of OCD.
Right. Really, it's gross.
You should have a house where you can go open your mail behind your regular house.
Right. Okay. Thanks, Gary.
All right.
Thanks for understanding. That could have been a 3-second conversation, but no. He's going to argue with me. You never heard this before. Robin, you've heard this a million times.
I've heard it. I know he must have.
Yeah. And I know Will
You
knows.
must have been saying it to him.
And what's with Will? He don't know. Will's confused. Well, it's so easy.
But Will is saying basically that Gary didn't give him those things because
Yep.
Gary opens the mail.
Right.
Will takes the stuff he wants copied. He's sending that directly to you.
Yeah, I love, too, that you hear this whole system. First, I'll open it. Then I'll give it
50
to
people involved in the mail.
Yeah, then Will receives
Wait a
it.
second. This is the system you set up.
No, Gary, I didn't set it up. I didn't set up that you give it to Will. You can copy the mail.
Of course, dude. So if you want me making copies of the mail during,
I don't care what you do. I'm just saying this is your system. I'm explaining.
But we have
Gary.
this conversation, and the reason why we do it the way we do it is because it would take me away from the show to copy your mail.
Good.
To get it home.
So I'm not complaining. Just
But
explain
you
to
said
Will.
This is the system, and that's what the system
That's
is.
right. I'm talking about the system. See, first, I'll read the mail.
Look at the system we have like it's a retarded system, but you've been involved in the system every step of the way. I wouldn't let someone copy your
All
mail
right.
unless
Thank you.
unless you approved who it was.
Thank you. Thank you.
But you're acting like it's a fucking news to you.
Thank you. Thank you. See, first I open the mail.
It's a fucking guest.
First I open the mail. Then Will gets it. Then well, it could go to Tracy, but it's like but then Tracy puts it on a list, which goes to Laura. Laura getting you the list. Then I rub the mail on my feet. Anyway, I've had this discussion with him before, even though he claims I never told him this.
Well, see, he's now saying there was a system. How was that system started?
I don't know. Because of me. It's a catch-22.
No, but again, you're involved in stuff you know nothing about. The system.
She's completely right.
The system is to
There's
copy
a system-
all of the mail.
Right.
There was a period of time where only Howard got the mail that I thought he should see. So that's the system we're talking about.
Oh, my God. All right.
Will, you have anything you want to add to this before I close out the topic?
No, I mean, I'll take the blame for the Jeff the Drunk card. The magazine, I don't know what am I supposed to copy every page of?
No.
No.
Don't even give it to me. I don't want to hold
That's
it.
not my call. That's Gary's
Yeah,
call.
I got it.
Well, why don't you guys have a meeting about this?
Oh, we're going to meet about it. Don't worry.
Good. No, I mean, all Gary had to do is give the magazine to Tracy and
Yeah,
then and just
give you a note about
give me a
it.
note. Say, hey, the 30-year-old piece of shit magazine showed up to do it. Like I'm 4 years old. I want to
If
read a
he
30.
has a question, that's how it should be.
I'm 4 years old. I want to read a Mad magazine. All right, thanks.
You read fucking Spider-Man. Who would know you don't want to read Mad?
Yeah, I read a new Spider-Man. I don't get fucking old Spider-Man.
Oh, I can tell the difference.
Yeah, thanks. You should have seen this magazine. It looked like somebody wiped their ass with it. I
Wait,
said, God,
don't
it
let the
smelled.
truth- don't
It
let the
actually
truth crush
smelled.
your lips.
It actually
Robin,
smelled.
it was an old magazine.
Yeah, all right,
It was
thank you.
Stained. The cover was on.
Thanks, Governor.
Now it's become that it was like, it was a shit sandwich in the middle of it.
Hi, Jeff the Drunk. You're on the air.
Yeah, I go out of my way to mail you a Christmas card.
He doesn't want to touch your card.
I don't want to touch your card. No offense. It's not you. I'm using you as an example, but I don't want to touch any mail. I don't know what you're doing with that card. You're not exactly the most hygienic human being. Your fucking ass is falling off.
You got one hand to do everything with.
Picture this,
Not like
Robin.
my
Here's a guy
ass
who
touching
sweats, who fucking he's a drunk. his hygiene is so bad that his ass was
almost fell off.
that we got him to a doctor.
Yeah.
And now a card comes in the mail from the guy, and Gary thinks that's a good thing for me to hold in my hand. You know.
Who knows what's growing on you?
Yeah, exactly. So what fungus is on that card? and there it is. Big Christmas card from Jeff the Drunk.
But it was very nice. It's
Nice.
not about you, Jeff.
Yeah, and I want to see the card. Just send me a copy of it.
You don't want to see
I don't want to touch the real one.
person.
Right.
What?
Oh, there's Gary going through the mail right there.
We have questions.
There he is
There
for
he
Howard.
found his magazine.
See, you can see on the TV, there's Gary. There's a big rubber dildo. He's putting that in the box.
It was in that comedian's wife's ass.
Yeah.
Will and I have some questions for you, Howard.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get invitations to parties that have envelopes and RSVPs.
Right.
Copy?
Copy.
So how would you send it back? I guess if you had to send something back.
Oh, well, you can just hold on to the original. Or, you see, stuff like that, if you're, I don't know what party you're talking about.
Say you got invited to the Angel Ball, right?
Right.
Okay, so it's an invitation to the Angel Ball.
Yeah, you can just send me a copy of
And
that.
there's a card and an envelope, and it says if you want to buy a table.
Yeah, copy all that.
So you don't want the original on
No.
that. And
But that original could be somehow sent to Laura, just in case he wants the RSVP.
Right.
that's another step if you
Just
want to go.
don't even go the step. Just copy it.
Okay, and
I'll figure out a way
And
to-
I swear to God, I'm not being a dick about this. The letter from Jimmy Kimmel
Right.
is you're getting a copy or the original. A letter, not
You
a
know
gift.
what? Just to make it easy for you, make it a copy.
Okay.
Okay?
Because you said send
And
the
if
gift.
you want the original, you can ask for it.
Right. There's certain common sense things. There are certain people who I know personally who occasionally will send me something to the station.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So for Jimmy,
Right.
but Jimmy sent you a gift.
Since it seems to be such confusion for you as to who, like, you don't know the difference between Marianne from Brooklyn and Jimmy, what I would do is just copy everything. Make it simple for you. Since you can't see the difference there. It's
No,
a
I'm asking you what
question.
the difference is right now.
You can't tell the difference between a personal friend of mine who I know from the show, but it's also we have a personal relationship. And
Okay, but what about somebody that's famous but you don't have a personal relationship with?
All right, who would you imagine? Let me hear what's the confusion.
I'm trying to think of somebody that's.
See, I could give you a name right
Who?
now.
Give me a name.
Because Howard was saying the other day
Reggie
that he ran
Jackson.
across this.
Renee Zellweger.
Jennifer Aniston. You get
Jennifer Aniston
something-
sends me a personal
I
note.
think that he would let me send the original because he thinks highly of her. I'm talking about. I'm now going to pick like a C celebrity,
All right, go ahead.
like that maybe that you don't know.
Who don't you know?
I'm trying to think of somebody. That
All right,
you know-
here's one. Shauna Sand, the woman who used to be married to
That's a
Lorenzo
good-
Lime, sends me a note. What do you think you would do?
I would give you the copy.
There you go. See, you're
Because
right
she
on
did the
target.
porn movie, but before the
Right.
porn movie, I don't know what you would think.
No.
Oh, please.
Come on.
Before the porn movie, he already knows that she slept with Lorenzo's son.
Right. If President Obama sends me a note, you can give me the original.
I was going to give you a copy.
Yeah. Okay. But if you want to eliminate all confusion, just copy everything. And if you have some question that I might want the original, what I would do, like David Letterman has sent me mail here. You can put that in my mail.
Okay.
Okay. You catching on? Do you see the difference between David Letterman and Marianne from Brooklyn?
Of course I do.
Oh.
Or
Okay.
Jeff the drunk. Yeah.
Yeah. Or Jeff the drunk. You got one guy who's living in a trailer who's wiping his ass with his fucking arm. And then David Letterman.
Okay, what about Mickey Rourke before he made the movie? He was practically living in a trailer. So Mickey Rourke, before he made the movie.
There's a question on that one. Copy it.
Okay.
There you go.
See, that's a good example. A guy
Yeah,
who's
because
down.
he was in a car for a while.
Right.
He could be Jeff the drunk.
Anybody lives in a car, you make a copy. I don't care who it is. All right. And then if you have a question, you say, hey, this was an original Mickey Rourke. I'll hold on to it for a day or two. If Howard wants the original, he'll tell me.
Okay.
All right. You know, and Jeff the drunk, even if you copy it again, just in case the copy got something. 2 copies. Give me the 3rd copy in.
Oh, God.
Copy might pick up
Yeah,
something.
the copy could, they could have rubbed against each other. I mean, come on. It's common sense. You know what I'm talking about.
I got you.
There's a difference between Jimmy Kimmel and Jeff the drunk. Sort of.
Jeff, did you watch Rudolph this year?
I did.
Did you get sad?
No.
Don't you have a heart?
Yeah. But I did.
By the way, Jeff, I like that you sent me a Christmas card. I was happy to read it. I just wish I would have read the copy.
Or the copy of the copy.
Right.
I know how you are.
All right. Thanks, Jeff.
It's all right. Take care.
Later. I can't believe we spent this much time on something silly
mail.
like this. Yeah, I even wrote him a note afterwards. I said, Gary, come on. We've been over this system before. I said, we don't. Come on, help me out here. Maybe I'm paranoid, okay? So what? What's the difference? Just, help me out. Yeah, Mike.
Yeah, hey, Howard. Gary is contradicting himself again. I think Robin just pointed out while I was on hold there.
Right.
He's telling you he's never heard it. I've been listening to you since your second day on NBC. So I've heard you say this back when he was super. A million times you've told him this. He gets in there, tells you he's never heard of this system, has no idea what you're talking about, then starts yelling at you saying that this is the system that you set up.
Right.
And starts describing the system in incredible detail.
Right, about Will making copies and everything.
Right,
Yeah.
but he doesn't know how the copying started.
No.
No. You're right. He's never heard of something that he's been set up and starts yelling. So,
Mike, we've been doing this for years. I mean, and he gets it wrong all the time.